who I am? I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Strength and honor, strength and honor, strength and honor.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Why so serious?
I could crush you, let go Wadham.
At my signal, unleash hell.
All right, everyone. Welcome to Patriot Crusader Mission's Christian Warrior Talk, episode number 45.
BYOBB Friday.
Bring your own booze.
Beverage.
Beverage. And buddy. So, man, do we have some great news. We want to wait till some peeps are on because we don't want this. You guys don't want to miss this news. So we got.
We're not pregnant.
No, we're not pregnant.
Let's just put that out there.
I
know that news is being.
Well, we got great news, and we got a shot of tequila here to celebrate it. When it comes time for our strength and honor. Neither one. We both failed in the strength and honor shirts. I'm wearing just a regular Patriot Crusader shirt.
I don't have a strength and honor t-shirt, and it's warm today.
Yeah, it is warm today.
Down here
I'm straight from the gym. I still got chalk on my hands.
True confession, I was looking at my shirt. I was like, how did I get deodorant all over my shirt? And then I was like, oh, it's chalk from
my hands from
a hug, a gym hug.
Yeah. So, man, what a crazy week in the news, and on top of all the news that we have in our own personal life. So, I'm going to go ahead and throw the intro.
Get it done.
All right, hey everyone, and welcome to Patriot Crusader Mission's Christian Warrior Talk, episode number 45, BYOBB.
Let us know what you're drinking tonight. We've got, as Jason said, we've got our shot of tequila.
We got some Espolón chilled tequila tonight to celebrate our big news. And then part of this, spring is my favorite season in the South. All right, and it's the best season in the South, hands down. Yes. There is nothing, the only thing that rivals in New England fall is a Virginia or Tennessee or a Southern spring.
And I'd almost say that the Southern falls are just as good, if not better, because we don't have all the pine trees, so we just changed the color.
Yeah, that is true.
So I mean, we've got a beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful down here. There's a reason why Maine was. We're not going back.
So tonight I'm drinking as part of my favorite thing, because this is my favorite time. I bought the store out of it. Sam Adams Cold Snap.
He went to the grocery store because I think I forgot a few things, and you went back. He was on the phone with me, trying to make sure he was getting everything, and he was like, "Oh, they have it."
Yeah, it's back.
And he came back with case after case after case.
Because they only make it in the spring. So if you're ever wondering what my favorite,
he has his
I've got a
bucket of chilled.
I've got a 6-pack on hand for tonight. 5 are in the cooler, right in my little chilled bucket over here.
And I've got my G&T.
Yeah, Lauren's got her single.
G&T. I'm going hard tonight.
Yeah. Well deserved.
Yeah.
Well deserved. Holy smokes.
So what are we starting with? Are we starting with this? Should we just strength and honor? Is this for our news or
well,
is this
first
for
let's
Friday?
let's welcome everybody and strength and honor everybody and regularly and
We've
go
got,
from there.
John Fetza, Jonathan Ash.
All right, John, strength and honor.
Which John?
John Fetza.
John Fetza. Okay. Oh wait. Oh, we're not. Are we saving that one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
I'm all leaky. Jonathan Ash, I assume that you got to and where you're going safely.
Oh, there we go. Jonathan. Oh, Victor. Victor's next.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and
Gosh,
honor.
what a mess. We haven't done this in 2 weeks. I'm out of practice.
You were never in practice.
No. Shut up.
Yeah, Jonathan Ash. Welcome, brother.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
Cheers. This ice is making it hard to drink. Got it. We're good.
So, strength and honor to all you guys. And I'm drinking natural light. It's all, oh, man.
Does that count?
Oh, man.
Natty Light.
Natty Light. I haven't seen anyone drink Natty Light since like I was 17, 18.
It's a college beer.
Brandy Hip, welcome, brother.
Hi, Brandy.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
So remember, as you come on, everyone, let us know that you're here. Let us know what you're drinking, and we'll get into God is great is all I got to say.
Yeah.
God is great. So when did we close on this house?
We
Or,
closed.
not close. When did we go under contract?
That's been 3 weeks today?
Has it been that long already?
2 weeks today?
Oh, didn't we toast it last week?
No, we weren't on last week because we went to Tennessee last week.
That's right.
And we had the inspection the day before we went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it would have been maybe 2 weeks today. 2
Yeah.
or 3 weeks. I don't know.
Anyways.
We have Captain Caveman on.
Captain Caveman, good to see you, brother.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
Time's blurring, anyways, is the point of that.
All right. So before we get to our big news, let's talk about some things I know you want to talk about. Biden's coming for our guns, and you guys knew it was coming.
Surprise.
It's why why the election went the way it did. It's why everything went the way it did. It's why they have barriers and walls and everything else around the Capitol. It's why they're currently, living in fear, because they know they're about to try to pull some squirrely stuff. And we can't let them, guys. We can't let them. Like,
Did you guys all enjoy the press conference?
I mean, holy smokes. Did you guys see Dementia
Oof.
101?
Yeah.
I mean, holy smokes. Like, can you believe that any self-respecting person who voted for Joe Biden doesn't feel like a total buffoon right now? Like, I seriously want to play that press conference. You freaking voted for that.
Well, and I'm sure they're not. Unless they intentionally tuned in, they would have picked the clips where he was coherent to show on the nightly news. Yeah,
and so now he said he's definitely going to do executive action, which means we're going to have to, organize and push back and do everything that we got to do.
That article that came out about it, it was Epic Times one, and they said that obviously there's going to be a lot of pushback against it, and it still can be shot down by the Supreme Court, who right now did say that some legislation about, I think it was bump stocks or something, was illegal. Yeah. So they are still siding to support the Second Amendment for now. So hopefully they will continue to do so. But so that is
this will be the one
chance kind of on the governmental federal level.
So they're already talking about getting rid of the filibuster. And if you remember, about a year ago, I said that's the first straw to fall. Yeah. Once the filibuster goes, they can do anything they want. So that is when we need to lose our minds. Like, that is when that's the line. It's not this executive order on this, even though this is part of it, right? We need to but the point of no return is them removing the filibuster right now. Because if they get rid of filibuster, there comes Puerto Rico as a state. There comes D.C. as a state. They can redo whatever they want on a simple majority. And West Virginia, what the frick is wrong with you? Why do you keep voting for Joe Manchin? Like, for real. Like, for real. I don't care how good of a guy he is. He votes 100% the time what Nancy Pelosi tells him to vote. Mm-hmm. Sometimes she'll let him have a conscience, but it's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going to call you a red state, West Virginia, until you elect Republicans.
Think maybe next time?
Who knows?
Since the populace is kind of turning that way.
Well, all I know is that Tennessee's getting redder.
Whoop, whoop. Because of us, we're going.
We're going. Whoop. All right. So everyone who's not on here, too late. We got big news. I want to share it with you.
And for those 4 of you who are on Facebook, if you want to pop over on that link that I just put into chat on Facebook to head over to YouTube to help us out there.
All right, so I'll wait for those 4 to hop back on over.
Okay, John Fetzer, I can see Obama saying, Joe, you're not reading the cards. Mean Hilly Row for you.
I mean, how embarrassing was that? He's got the reporters numbered, and I mean, come on, man. Like, if Trump had any of this, right? Trump went up there off script and went toe-to-toe with them all the time. Yeah. And Biden can't even, like, he loses mid-thought in sentence. Just,
That's awful. And he didn't call on Ducey.
Peter imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that. They're going to just totally get shut out.
Yeah.
Whereas Trump went back and back to all the turds who disrespected him over and over again. And they shouted at him, and now they're all sitting there like obedient dogs for Biden.
Yeah, did you catch that at the very end? I don't know who it was, but someone shouted out, "We love you, Mr. President," or something to that effect.
Yeah, imagine that. So, Brandy, I don't know how it works. Can you tell me how the succession of Texas would work? Because I think it's got to come down to a popular vote, and what percentage of the population, needs to do. Is it like an overwhelming majority, or a simple majority? Simple majority, I think Texas may have it. But if it's going to be like 70%, you don't got that many Republicans there anymore.
No.
I mean, I would. Congrats to you. I'll be petitioning to join the country of Texas after that. But
goes to voters unsure percent.
Okay,
it'll be interesting to watch that.
Yeah,
it's like, but then what?
Yeah,
then you're stuck between Mexico and the United States, and you're just Texas.
Yeah, I guess.
What then?
Yeah, what are you gonna do when Colorado cuts off your water? Ooh.
Would we need a passport to go to Texas?
We probably. I mean, who knows? Who knows? At least they're. Texas is doing the right thing. They're trying to defend their borders. Their governor is great. Yeah. Their attorney general is great. I mean, I'm a huge fan of that place. But I'm hoping if they do go their way, Tennessee is number 2 with them. But let me tell you about Tennessee, guys.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. So, as of, a couple hours ago?
Where are you starting? What's your starting point?
My starting point is the official.
Like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, sorry. Seems like as of 30 minutes ago, we are under contract on a house in Tennessee, 10 minutes outside of Johnson City, with 44 acres to rain the lead on. Oh, yeah. Get some. So.
Oh, is this one?
There we go.
Oh, geez.
To the new house. Tahuela.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
Oh, jeez.
Espelon.
It's been a while on that one. Should have brought down some, like pretzels or something.
We are totally pumped about.
You guys, did you hear that? 10 minutes outside of this awesome city. 44 acres.
Yeah. 44 acres.
Right now, everything is being jacked up in price because everyone's buying. And so that, 2 acres, that distance from Johnson City with the house is way more than what we just found this.
Yeah.
I mean, holy smokes. The house is nothing special, but
it's a brick ranch.
It's beautiful.
And
it's like farmland with woods and a pond, and it's awesome.
This crystal clear pond. I mean, it's going to be 4-wheeling, obstacle course having, gun shooting,
it's awesome.
Adventuring in the backyard.
And it had been on when we saw it when we were first looking, and it got snatched up so quickly. We're like, dang, moving on. And today we were looking again, kind of being like, do we have to rent? Like, what's going on? Do we just take this place that we've been looking at an hour away from Johnson City? And I was looking, and I was like, it's back on.
Yeah, Lauren, what? You know what? Here's the Lauren for finding that today, because this didn't, guys, we had our heart broken over and over again, and we're praying to God. And Victor, I'll get to you in a second. And thanks, everyone. And Scott, yes, it is a vacation spot.
Yeah, we'll let you know when it's ready for visits.
Yeah, because
we haven't
we got to build the compound.
We haven't even been there.
We haven't even been there in person.
Been there.
We bought this sight unseen.
Our lender told us when we were talking to a realtor about it, they're like, this came on the market 4 years ago, and they're like, I tried to convince my wife to buy it because it's amazing. Used to go out there all the time to hunt. So they're like, do it. We're like, okay, done.
Yeah. He's been rock solid through it. So we went in and he's like, at that price, you're crazy not to take it. So we did, and we're moving forward.
Jonathan, that was the one and only shot of tequila. No more. You are fully prepared.
Yeah, the Gummy Bear Bunker, Victor. You got that right. We're gonna be loving it there, man. I mean, it's level until you get to the back, and then it goes into these nice hills. And bro, it's gonna be sweet. The compound.
Awesome. So
Patriot Crusader Mission compound.
We're gonna go tomorrow. We can't even get in it yet. The renter's in there doesn't want people to see it, so we're gonna go and walk the property tomorrow.
We'll film it. I didn't bring down a bottle opener. I'm already through one.
I gave it to you.
Did you?
Yeah. So we don't even get to be in the house. And then the inspection. So next prayers, because this is not a done deal, next prayers is that the inspection doesn't come up with anything
too horrible
that we don't want to take on. Otherwise, and they're fast tracking it so that we can move in so we're not homeless after we leave here. It's like God worked this out. It's amazing.
Yeah, and the thing is we went from like the bottom pits of depression because a house that had 40 acres that was way further out of town this morning that we were very excited about, that didn't have anywhere near as nice of a pond on it.
It had a beautiful creek, though.
Yeah.
It was a really nice lot. But the house was like fall down, not livable.
Oh, we're going, brother. William, well, good to see you. I would cheers you, but I don't have a bottle opener. Man.
Well, shoot. You didn't put it in a pocket?
I did not put it in my pocket. Oh, well. Well,
you want me to go grab that?
If you could, that'd be great.
Okay. It's 44-ish acres.
44 acres, and we got it. I can't say what we got it for yet, just in case if something comes up. We got it for what we wanted to pay.
Great.
So, right, we didn't drop that yet. We didn't.
I didn't say anything.
Okay,
no.
Yeah.
We'll tell you when we can.
Yeah, when we can, it'll be, once it's public record. But, because anything could happen, we don't want somebody coming in going crazy. But under contract, 44 acres, a little over 44 acres, like 44.23 or something like that.
Whatever. It's great.
Yeah.
So you're out, so we can't strengthen honor yet? Okay.
Right.
We're going to strengthen honor to Chris Alba, our realtor.
Who was a hard-working man.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Got it. We can take these off.
Okay.
Yep. So, guys, I mean, we're talking 10 minutes outside the city, right? We're talking, they got in Johnson City, if you haven't been there, guys, everyone we met there was Republican. I didn't even smell a Democrat the entire time I was there. We're walking into restaurants. Everyone's praying before they eat. Super cool, laid-back town. We talked to the realtor, and we're talking, and to the lender, and we told him the reason why we're looking there, and he's like, "Oh, you're like the 100th client to come down here." I'm like, "Have you had any blue?" And he's like, "No, it's all red." So Tennessee's getting more and more red, which is great to hear, because we are fired up about Tennessee.
Okay, so strength and honor to our awesome realtor,
Chris Alba of Griffin Realty.
I think so, something.
Yeah, I think so. Hold on, we wanna do it right. It's in his email.
Griffin Home Group.
So here goes
Abla.
Yeah,
Abla.
Chris Abla from Griffin Home Group, just super hardworking guy. He drove hours and hours and
He
hours.
pounded the pavement for us at last minute notice. So
he almost got shot today. He went to he scheduled a showing last minute at this place in the middle of the mountains. And he shows up there, and there are cars everywhere. It looks like, it was a great log cabin and a great lot with a huge garage that would have been great for the gym. But, there's like junk cars everywhere, right?
Which we saw in the map, and we assumed they had a car business.
They were just going to take care of it, right? And, hey, Jen, good to see you. And then he goes up to the door, and he's unlocking the door, and his country boy's there, comes out, he's in his boxer shorts, and Chris is coming through the door.
He's like,
I can see the camera, he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Realtor here to show the place?"
You're like, "Okay, bud, we'll cross that one off the list."
Oh, man, here's everyone. So, Jen, I don't know if you heard, but here's the Jen Parrish.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
I'm going to crank this up.
Danae?
Danae, what up?
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Party
man.
foul up in here, guys.
Cold snap everywhere.
All right.
It's a celebration, everyone.
So
Celebration.
when we convince everyone to move to Johnson City area of Tennessee, come quickly. Make that it's being snatched up like we did today.
Yeah. We bought a house.
Get you our realtor's
sight
information.
unseen. We know 2 people have seen it who we trust. And the fact that it had like 5 offers on it when it was the first time it went. So we literally were the first offer to come in this time around, and we put a crunch on it and gave them what they wanted. And what
we heard back within like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're like, done. Steve Rowley, oh man, here we go. Stuck in Ohio. Oh, Scott, sorry to hear
okay,
that.
so
But at least it's a
Steven,
red
strength and
state.
honor.
So, 2, Stephen Rowley. Good to see you, brother. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
One count.
It doesn't count. Oh, okay.
Oh, man. Sorry that you're stuck in
So
Ohio.
we're excited. So prayers for inspection to go well. And we still have to get our ducks in a row on our side.
All right, we have to stay vague, but I have some really good opportunities in front of me. And I need you guys to pray for me on that. So some really big opportunities for this show, right? For this show and for me in particular. Some really big things on the horizon that we're negotiating right now. So again, big prayers that it all comes through.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all your support. We couldn't do anything without you. If it wasn't for you guys, no one would care about talking to us. But people are wanting to talk to us now. So it's all good.
Strength and honor to you.
Strength and honor to you.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
Chris said,
Wherever Danae is, I am too. So you guys should both come to Tennessee.
Come to Tennessee.
Hey, Chris Scott.
Come on, Chris. Come down there and join the men's ministry with me, bro. We're going to build a palace of iron, man, where we jack steel and shoot and worship Jesus and teach dudes how to be dudes.
So there was one place that we were very close to. We kept waffling. Like, it's a beautiful location. This is an hour away.
Beautiful.
From, I'm feeling that tequila, by the way.
Yeah.
From Johnson City.
Tequila makes
5
your
acres,
clothes
very
fall
small
off.
house, but very cute house.
We'll talk about the last time. Never mind.
Not so much the clothes coming off, but more like everything in the stomach coming out of the stomach. It was not biblical. What was I saying? Oh, so we were like, it's good enough. It's great as far as like a landing place. Expensive.
Yeah.
So we were deciding whether we should go forward on the listing with that. But while we were there, we're like, is this a God thing? Because this is out in the country in this cute town, and we were walking around looking at these mountains, and we hear the church bells.
The church bells were
the
great.
The 12 o'clock, the noon church
It
bells.
was beautiful,
just sounded
man.
over this valley.
And we could see for 60 miles in any direction for like 180
gorgeous.
degrees.
Yeah.
You had that. And the Appalachian Trail was
so we
was
were
a mile
so
down the road.
close. We were
so
like back
close.
and forth. We were checking the
Well,
internet.
Internet is what was holding us up. And then here was the prayer.
If you guys want to move to Greenville,
If you want to move to Greenville,
we have a great house.
It's a great house for you. 5 acres. You can shoot on your property if you want there. You're up at elevation. You can see forever. It's gorgeous. I just want to be able to 4-wheel, and I want to build my church compound.
Yeah, but it was magical with those church bells. It was like, this is what you're moving to.
Yeah.
A Christian country setting for. So it was beautiful. So
the name of the town that we're moving in is Johnson City, bro. Johnson City, the Tri-Cities area is hands down the place you want to be. It's the #1 destination right now in Tennessee.
See you later, John, and thanks for checking in tonight.
Oh, man. What? Oh, I thought you were going to be hanging out tonight, but it's all right, brother.
Going to grow the mountain man? No, he is not. No, he is not.
Lauren won't let me grow a mountain man beard.
There's no mountain man beard going on over here.
No, this is about... I miss my beard. And you know what? I've been looking back at my pictures, and I think my beard looked good. It was getting really good.
No, it wasn't.
There was a sweet spot in between the way it was grown out, and no, it was really good.
No, it wasn't.
It really was.
No, it wasn't.
It totally was good.
No. Your face looks so much better as is. You are so much more attractive to me as you are.
Thank you.
Now.
Well, that's all that matters. I don't care if they think I look good. How you gig, that's everything to me.
Lebanon,
So,
where is that?
Lebanon is one I was looking at. It's east of Nashville.
East of Nashville. Okay.
Nashville's a bomb from us.
Chris Scott moved to Eastern Tennessee.
Eastern Tennessee, bro. Yeah,
Texas Kaz.
Texas Kaz,
Hi.
welcome, brother. Hey, long time no see.
And I know we said prayers for his property and his crop on the show several weeks ago, and it sounds like everything is in good shape.
Answered prayers.
So, awesome.
Chris's crops were protected. Everything's looking good for Texas Angel Oil. Remember, amazing olive oil. We love it. My garlic is my favorite. I put it in my pasta when I'm boiling my noodles.
We need to order more. Kaz, we're going to be putting in an order in because he's out of his garlic olive oil.
Of course, Danae can come, man. What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah.
Here's a plan in the morning, right? We get up, we jack steel in the morning, then the girls come in and they jack steel.
What?
We go shoot, and then they can go shoot or do whatever girls do. And then, we dive into Jesus, man. That's going to be the ministry right there.
Perfect.
Right?
Do whatever girls do.
Whatever girls do. I don't know what girls
like
do.
paint nails and stuff.
I'm not saying that. I mean, you got crops to grow. You got 44 acres. You got crops to grow, girl.
We have 44 acres.
44
You guys
acres.
just, we still are not we're processing this right now.
We have 8 times as much land as we have right now.
It's amazing.
Crazy. With an amazing crystal clear pond on it.
The only negative is the owner stupidly decided to log the beautiful back hill.
Makes it better to
so
shoot.
Now it's like all the scrap stuff left there.
Hey, Che.
It'll grow back.
Let me tell you. Here is the prayer that we have been praying, and we were up.
We need to strengthen honor.
Strengthen honor, Che.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
So we have been up and down, and my prayer has been, Jesus, close this door. I need clarity. Slam the door.
And he's been
slamming doors in my face left and right. But the great thing is we have a gigabyte speed internet. So we got 40 up. We've got everything we could possibly want. Heck, Mellow Mushroom Pizza delivers to our house.
He's like,
we haven't had delivery.
One of the first things he said when we got this property, he was like, oh, we might get delivery.
Yeah. We're going to have delivery, man.
I mean, when we came back, okay, we're don't be jealous, guys. It's awesome.
But now I got to buy a tractor, and now it comes
he
on.
has to buy a tractor.
Oh, we're going to get a metal detector, brother. We're going to go back there and see what we can find.
The parishes, we're going to have the parishes over.
Yeah, the parishes are like metal detector fiends.
Jen, if you're still on here, you're like metal detecting experts.
Go, Jen. Please tell Scott that I played your thing online where you guys put that great video together. And
oh, yeah, because he was already asleep by the time we played.
He was already asleep. He now is inside the circle of trust. So if you guys film stuff like that in the future, we will play Strength and Honor. It's just sometimes we've had people who...
Jen Parrish said yes.
Yes.
All right, you guys are welcome. In your
guys are
RV,
welcome
there's
to go
plenty of
treasure
place
hunting.
to park it.
Plenty of place to park your RV on our 44 acres.
Guys, and our mortgage is going to go down.
Yeah, and our mortgage dropped $1,000.
God is good.
Oh, man. Praise Jesus. Praise Jesus.
Strength and honor.
All right.
She said she did. He's asleep again.
Yeah. Thanks, Che.
And are you back some time zones? He goes to bed very early.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on? I mean, Scott's the same age as me, which, we're kind of old guys, but, I mean, is he like artificially aging?
Chris said we have an RV. See you soon. You guys are welcome.
You guys are welcome, brother.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
We could what? We'll put some RV hookups and only invite our friends.
Yes, exactly. Because it's going to be BA. And I'm going to need some I'm going to need some horsepower out there. Yeah. We got some stuff to do. Yeah. We got some ranges to build. What the F is the topic of this damn life? Hey, Applehead. Bye.
Hanging with friends, Applehead.
Yeah,
That's what we're
hanging
doing.
with friends. You might try to find some. So anyways,
Harvest Toast, make some money. Now we want to keep it to friends. So you're invited, Chris Scott.
yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. But we're totally pumped. It is amazing. I can't wait. We're looking at bees. We're looking at trees.
Christmas trees.
I mean, I wanted to plant Christmas trees.
When he saw that timbered hill.
I'm like, let's plant Christmas trees. I love Christmas trees, man.
I don't think we're high enough. Not elevation. Christmas trees are picky, I think. Anyways, we're excited. We can move on, but we're excited. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
We'll take some videos tomorrow when we're on site to show you guys the property.
But
not inside.
So the moral of the story is, I know a lot of you out there are struggling with a lot of things going on in your life. And, as humans, I'm probably one of the more impatient people on the planet. And giving up control was the key to everything happening for us so far. The second I took my hands off the wheel it's okay to worry, but worry about the next step. Just your very next step.
Yeah.
Do the next best thing you can do. And then after that, the next best thing you can do. Don't worry about step 100 when you're on step 2. Don't worry about step 4,000 when you're on step 2. Worry about step 3 when you're on step 2.
Monday? I mean, I can't even keep track of it. That we were back in a very rough spot recently. Like we'd been.
Jay said baby B and B's.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna have monograms made up for her and everything already. She's so
emoji.
awesome. Yeah, she's already got an emoji.
Yeah, built in. She's never gonna be anything other than B.
Yeah.
but yeah. So I mean, we went from being, a month plus ago we told you guys that we were in a hard spot. Yeah. That was when we were trying to decide RV or what's next, and then we got back on track. We were great. House was going great. House sold. We were on like cloud 9, really connected, good.
Yep.
And then we let the worldly way of trying to figure out where we were going next creep into our relationship on, the stress of timelines, the stress of agreeing on what we wanted out of a property, where we were going, all of those things. And we completely derailed over the last couple of weeks.
Yep. That was tough.
And, we kind of had to sit down together and really say, we're doing this the Jason and Lauren way, which is not the good way.
No.
We need to point back to Jesus. We need to let him, what he wants is going to happen. We need to accept that. We need to trust that. And as soon as we did that, this happened.
Stop forcing things.
Yeah.
You gotta do your part, meaning you gotta work hard. You gotta do everything that you can do within your power, but stop forcing things and things are gonna happen. And just, your blood pressure goes down, your whole life becomes clearer. It's way different. So I got a question on which is best, to hang out with your friends or to hang out with your girlfriend. Well, Hamza, I would say that if you chose well, you wouldn't have to choose between those two, because I know that with Lauren, I never had to choose between the two. So Lauren is my best friend. I've got plenty of friends. They're all welcome around. She lets me get all the guy time I could ever want. So choose well, and you never have to choose. God's timing is never late, brother. You got that right, John.
No.
I mean, everything is making sense now. Why Maine didn't work out, why that door closed, all those other things, some other news. On Wednesday, Ken and I had one of the best episodes of biblical life support we've ever had. It was amazing. He destroyed Andy Stanley. He went off and it was awesome.
Is that one reposted yet?
No, I have to edit it. So YouTube banned it. YouTube banned our video because Ken mentioned COVID and vaccines and literally took down probably one of the most powerful videos we've had up there. And I made the mistake of trusting YouTube and Facebook to curate the post instead of, trying to save some space on my hard drive because Lauren took the big one upstairs. And And so I, like a fool, wasn't downloading it in HD. So it's going to come out and it's going to be raw, meaning that, it's going to be like really low res. But listen to it. Ken dropped some truth bombs on that. I literally feel like that was the best one.
Chris Scott was watching.
I did move the camera. Hey, man. I edited that out too.
Strength and honor to Jason. Jason's humility, we'll say that.
Damn phone rang. Thing never rings. Anyways.
Next time, no. Pull the shorts up before you turn around. Ken did him no favors.
Yeah, Ken just made sure instead of like carrying
the
camera.
I can feel the space here. Let's hope that Jason doesn't moon us. Not some I was waiting for some biblical
Yeah, I was like, way to have my back, Ken. I mean, but anyways, it was fantastic.
And Shay, we've missed you. We're so glad you're here tonight. And we can connect on the side if you're having some struggles that you want to talk about. We're certainly here to help you.
Yeah. We're going to be starting our small group back up. We're trying to figure out what day is going to work on that.
It sounds like multiple people saw your...
Hey, man. That's my dad's a master plumber, so hey,
it's in the family.
It's in the family,
To plumbers. Strength and honor to plumbers. It's a
Hey.
hard-working...
My crack, it appears to be famous. They say Harry Crack kills, but not all you guys are alive, so I guess that's not true.
Oh, my God. It might be a good thing that you two banned that episode. Oh, my God. He came up, he's like, that was the best thing ever with Ken. I have to delete it because I saw 1 second of my butt crack.
Yeah, well, I was going to take it down, edit it, and upload it in HD, and unfortunately, YouTube took it down before that because Ken mentioned a study that talked about how
But
COVID-19
you were wanting to talk
was
about
whatever.
what you talked about on Wednesday, right? Is that not?
What's that?
You said you brought up Wednesday because there was some.
No, I was just
going to
say that's we get our first warning. We don't have a
No,
strike
yeah.
yet. But talking about Ken, we were just talking about the state of the church and the state of the church and how right now God is separating true believers from lukewarm believers. And people like you better find yourself a real pastor, a real congregation. You better get yourself straight with God because right now there's a lot of false prophets out there. There's a lot of false teachers out there. There's a lot of garbage.
Well, it was interesting. Our lender, who's a great guy, Joel, he's a pastor on the side. So
Will do, William. Thank you.
And we were talking to him kind of about our faith and what we were hoping for in a community and all that. And he's like, everyone in Tennessee is going to say that they're a Christian.
Yeah.
He's like, but they're, he said, so what kind of Christian are you? Or kind of what, how do you practice and all that? He said, we are not fans of
We're non-denominational.
the hypocritical Christians,
Yep.
the people who say they are. And, but then they go and they knowingly sin and they say, I'll repent later. No big deal. And, he laughed and he's like, you're going to get a lot of that around here. The people who say they are Christians, but they're like way Christian light.
Yeah.
So that was just interesting, as far as kind of how he finds the Christian population in Tennessee. But so now we have to church shop and figure out where we're going. Maybe we'll go to his church.
Maybe, or maybe we'll start our own.
Maybe we'll start.
That's what I'm thinking.
What do you guys think? Pastor Jason Perry?
Oh my
Does it
God,
have a
we're not
ring
ready
to
for
it?
that. I need a little more help, but I'm willing to
Do you
dip
like
my
the
toe.
sound of that, Pastor Jason?
I'm willing to dip my toes in on that.
Pastor Perry.
Pastor
Jason?
Perry does have a ring to it at
does.
some point. So so let's see here. Chase said yes
Awesome,
for
Shay.
sure.
Look
Talk
and
online. All right. Make sure you reach out to her.
I will.
All right. And then of course William being sweet, PM me where I can send a housewarming.
Thank you. We will let
Appreciate
you know
that.
when it's a done deal. We are not quite there yet, but God's got it.
Exactly. The other thing that we, I wish I could talk to you guys about what we got working on in the background right now for the future of this program and the future of everything. Just understand that, you know, your guys' viewing minutes and hours and the attention and everything else is that we are being noticed by some really heavy hitters in the space. And I think our reach is going to be growing. Right now we are, you know, I don't want to say we're blowing up on Instagram because blowing up would be like, we're whatever. I'm just saying for us, we've reached this point where we're not even trying and we're continuing to grow slowly, which is really nice. And that's because of you guys. So for all of you guys who are buying shirts and stickers, you know, decals, hoodies, all that stuff, every little bit of that helps right now. We super appreciate it. We're going to go when we get down to Tennessee. We're going to put a wrap on our vehicle. We're trading in the Suburban. And we're going to get either we're going to trade in the Suburban or we're going to
add a truck
because we're going to need a pickup truck. Farm truck. And F-250, F-350, something big. And we're going to get that sucker wrapped in PCM. Strength and honor.
Strength and honor. Wouldn't that be sick seeing that going down the highway, guys?
Strength and honor rolling down the highway.
Jen Parrish, when you guys driving past us on the highway again. You need to grease your chair.
I do. Bumper stickers. Yeah. I can hear her accent right now.
Jen Parrish is from Boston.
Jen Parrish has the best Boston accent ever. I swear to God, I haven't seen Scott in, like I said, 20, 30 years at least. And we bumped into them on the highway. And Jen's his wife. They rolled out of the car. I'm already going. And she was full Klingon. Oh, my God, park the car, the water, the beers. It's over there, the packy. You know, I was like, oh. My God, I went right back to it.
He did.
Lauren, I'm in the car and I couldn't shake it. I couldn't get back.
They were the awesome people who joined us on our video.
Shay, there's like 47 colors. Pick whichever one you want. They're all good.
If you want one, it's so easy for us to make kid sizes or a kid version with how we do the drop ship print on demand. So let us know because I know you mentioned kid sizes once.
Scott, I'm not buying an Italian Jeep. Sorry, it's not happening. They're no longer owned by America. I'm buying an American truck. America.
Ford.
Big American truck. Only made in America. Unless I decide to buy a Titan. But no, I'm getting something big. And that clicker, that's right. You got to have a clicker. Yeah, the Gladiators, we got 44 acres. We got stumps and trees and
we have apparently a lot of, so the people who stupidly let this property go, praise Jesus for their stupidity. They didn't want to deal with the fact that this owner had logged it and had not cleared out the debris from logging it.
Yeah.
They passed on it. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, all right, I got more firewood. Whatever.
So now we have a lot of down stuff back there, which is unfortunate. I'm sure it was a beautiful hill, whatever, before, and now she logged it. But it'll grow back.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now,
Their loss, our gain.
Yeah, I want a giant King Crew Cab, truck with
it's
a
Jason
bed.
Perry. He's going to get the biggest version.
Well, I want my baby girl in the back seat to have a lot of room. And, Odapop. Odapop's
the other two dogs can be in the way back.
The other two dogs will be in the way back, but Odapop's up front. I don't know what's bigger than an aircraft carrier, but 44 acres that's for darn sure.
On the property. We'll find out. In this area, I don't know, do they have the red clay like they in Virginia?
They do have. They do. It's not Georgia clay. Georgia clay is like red.
We'll find out. We're going tomorrow.
We're going tomorrow. We're going to walk the whole 44 acres.
So
bear. We know there's bears back there. We know there's everything back there. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have bees. Yeah.
Oh man, so if anyone out there is there what is the name for a bee person? There's like horticulturist and whatever. What is a bee?
I don't know. What is a bee person called? There is a, isn't it like a hiver or something like that? Beekeeper.
I know, but is there like an ologist name for that? Okay, any beekeepers
Wait,
out
whoa,
there?
whoa. You're the scientist. You went to college. I'm the GED guy. You're supposed to know that stuff. Animal behavior expert.
I'm really using that education on time. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, beekeeper. Scott and I are beekeepers.
You
Well,
are?
looks like you could
You
go
were metal
come.
detectors and beekeepers. You guys are welcome to
You
our
guys
backyard
get
area.
VIP status in our house because you're metal detectors and
You
beekeepers.
have an apiary. Okay.
An apiary.
See,
Well, there
I
you
knew
go.
that there was a fancy word for
An apiary. All right, that's cool. That sounds legit.
it. It does.
You know, we gotta stock our pond.
Yeah, we have to
Fish.
see what kind of pond it is.
Oh, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. The only difference is B's not gonna be able to ice skate on this one,
Yeah, this one's not going to freeze.
which we're cool with.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would happen, guys. I mean, after
It's become southern.
I've become soft and southern, man. I mean, I got cold this
Strength
winter.
and honor to the south.
Strength and honor to the south.
And to warm weather.
Here's to red
baby.
America in the south.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
I'm gonna fly a flagpole. And
Sorry,
let me
Scott.
tell you something.
Sorry, Shay. Sorry, Scott and Danae. Come to the south. Honey
To
farmers.
die as a good man is always better than to live as a monster. Man, Hamza Musaid has got some deep thoughts.
That
But
was the girlfriend question too, right?
yeah, but which is best, to die as a good man or live as a monster? Always best to die as a good man.
That's a
Yeah.
no-brainer.
Live as a monster is to live in eternal torment. So, yes, we had 4 hives at our house.
Awesome,
It
Jen.
nice.
You guys are coming over. Take a foray from Mississippi.
Yeah, when you guys want to like shower in a real shower and like all that stuff, and
What's the
you
drive
know,
time
work
from
out,
Mississippi
you know,
to Johnson
work
City,
out in a
Tennessee?
gym, and you know, come on, hang out in Johnson, Tennessee, and we'll like smoke. Like, we got a smoker. We got
You
a
guys, 'cause we're 10 minutes from this.
and for all of you veterans, Johnson City, Tennessee is one of the best
Oh, it's
VA
beautiful.
campuses in the country.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it is
Our realtor
amazing.
drove us through there, and it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
like an entire, it's like a beautiful college campus
It's a
type.
giant campus dedicated just to helping vets.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So, super cool, super great town. So pumped.
30
Wait,
minutes from a cute little airport. Get
Yeah.
anywhere you need to go.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's looking good.
Jesus, good.
Praise Jesus. So, anyways, the next thing I want to talk about, unless you guys want to talk some more about how great everything's going in our life right now, but just this episode is gonna have zero rewatchability. It's just basically a celebration episode. But
Praise Jesus. I mean, what's wrong with that?
let's talk about. I don't know if you guys saw, but the Senate Intelligence Committee and all this stuff is getting ready to release a ton of stuff on UFOs, and it is some hardcore stuff, guys. So I'm not one of these Christians who thinks that if we discover something we can't explain, you know, a UFO, what they want to call them, aliens, whatever they're called, that doesn't call my faith into question.
Yeah.
I don't believe God put the infinite knowledge of the universe in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. It's obvious because like there's not science equations in there and everything else in there. So, you know, I've heard other pastors and preachers' theories saying that the UFOs or the other whatever are angels and, you know, demons, devils, whatever you want to call them. So, you know, I'm so happy for you guys. Can't wait to visit. Exactly. Okay, why are so many SEALs talking about UFOs? Because we understand what the deal is, bro. You know, right now
The
there are so
military
many
has been the one who's
military
seeing all of it.
military installations are being monitored by things, i.e., flying objects that they cannot define.
And so there's no way that they are other countries' technology.
If they are, the other country's technology is totally past this. They're traveling faster than the speed of sound without a sonic boom, which is beyond our capability. 44 acres of fun, guns, stumps, zip lines, backyard fires, gummy bears, under the stars. Exactly, Victor. You named it. With water.
Especially since B is enjoying gummy bears these days.
Yeah,
So
yes.
Find your gummy bears, Victor, are relevant.
Gummy bears were the key to be talking. And now, oh, man. Guys, I wish I recorded it. for the first time in my life, my daughter, unprovoked, came up to me and said, "I love Daddy." It was so good, man.
There might have been some whipped cream involved.
That's okay. No, but I just said, "What do you say?" And she's, "I love Daddy."
Very, very
It was
cute.
so awesome. I just wanted to bawl my eyes out. It was so good.
So cute. The other word that phrase she's now very happy to say is stinky butt, but that's okay too.
So, U.S. Navy non-commissioned ships are being monitored also. I'm sure. Google UFO landed on Fort Dix. I don't know what that means. Google UFO landed on Fort Dix. We'll check it out. Did you see anything on the net about every Dem voter was going to have to take an illegal into their home with no recompense from the government? I did not see that. You guys know where I stand with you guys. Some of the people I know are talking about it now aren't the crazy ones. Has me deeply intrigued. All I'm saying, Scott, is to think that we understand and know everything, right? So let's look at the Bible. The Bible defines everything that's happened here, right? God, and it talks about the universe in there. It talks about creation. And it talks about, that doesn't mean he only did it here. And it doesn't mean that we were the first and only, right? I mean, I wouldn't.
There is
Stinky butt. What is going on? Where did that come from?
You were like, I said the other phrase that she is very happy to say now is stinky butt. B.
Oh, okay. Stinky butt. I'm like, what?
I know, poo-poo butt.
Poo-poo butt.
Poo-poo butt. And so,
man. Well, I'm glad none of you guys recorded my darn thing. That's all I'm saying. Or else man, maybe I should be thanking YouTube. Thank you, Jesus, for taking down Ken Graves' video. Because holy smokes. You show your butt crack once on TV and it's there forever.
Anyways, we were talking about UFOs.
Yeah, we weren't talking about UFCs, unidentified flying butt cracks or whatever. But no, so I don't think that it's mutually exclusive. I know some people who draw that line. Ken believes that they're cast down, the cast down from heaven, the demons, devils, or whatever. And I've heard other people say they're the angels. Whatever. Yeah, how are they behaving? I don't know. Right.
It's interesting that Ken and we didn't dive too deeply into that conversation with him as far as why does he believe that they're the cast out angels
because they're on Earth,
or the cast out
because they're on Earth versus whatever. Which I mean, if you think of it, guys, any one of those things could have been could be conceived as angels and all the stuff in the Bible and all that other stuff. I mean, it's all very plausible, but that doesn't undermine my understanding or my faith in Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with anything.
I would agree with that.
Like I said before, we humans are created in his image. Doesn't mean we're the only ones in the universe. Exactly, brother. And doesn't mean that he didn't get it right the second time, because the first time, if we were the first time, good old Adam and Eve make sure that didn't work. So, again, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't affect. I mean, would it be amazingly interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would it put the whole world on notice?
Yeah.
But I mean, to think that they're not already involved, if they are here, to think that they're not already involved behind the scenes pulling the strings would be crazy.
It's hard to.
You can go down some wormholes with it. You can go down some wormholes.
Yeah, I mean, why would they be interested in controlling our universe?
Well, I mean, we're like a science experiment to them. Why do we care about fungus and viruses
that's
and
immediately
bacteria?
Assuming that they are essentially higher beings than us.
Obviously, they're higher beings than us.
We are their ant farm.
Obviously, they are higher beings than us because they're doing things that we can't.
Yeah.
Right. So they have some understanding beyond ours. That's not saying emotionally they may not be where we are, or spiritually they may not be where we are.
That's their realm versus this. Yeah.
So I mean, who knows? Hope they're from the red moon. Perceived. Jesus is Jesus and he is my savior. 10,000 other beings won't change that. Agreed. Yeah. Absolutely agreed. And you know, I'm ready to you know, to die to defend that, or you know, I've got no question on that. Yeah. You know, and again, like I said, if UFOs and little guys with big eyes and bald heads descend, it doesn't change anything to me.
It's so crazy to think about that. You know, all of the stuff that you see that's been like cartoon or whatever.
Well, I've always thought it was legitimate because they all matched. All the descriptions have always matched from all around the world. All those things. And, you know, angels could very well be those guys. I mean, if they've been around, you know, we can't, you know, again, some of the stuff is broken down. Like, for example, you know, what is that? Stonehenge and you know, the pyramids, when there was some guy in Scotland who was like moving giant boulders with sticks and rocks. Mm-hmm. Like literally by himself, moving giant, massive boulders with sticks and rocks with leverage and all that stuff. So, you know, we got lazy and we forgot knowledge or gained knowledge throughout time. But there's certain things that, I mean, I'm not sure, but I think it's exciting to be alive in this time when all this is breaking out.
Yeah. It's weird to think about.
Yeah. I mean, it calls like, you know, it calls every, you know, I mean, where's our national defense on that?
Well,
where's our global defense?
It is interesting to think that the people in the know who need to know have a lot more of information on these sightings than the public will have. And they are, I'm sure, working behind the scenes on what to do with that information. Yeah. At a higher level than any of us are prepared to know.
Jay said I said conceived. I don't know what she means there. So if the USA has UFO knowledge, can China? I'm sure the whole world has had its own experiences. I know that we have had it over every one of our installations. I doubt we're the only ones. I just don't think Russia and China go around broadcasting stuff and they can control their media. Right? They can literally do whatever they want.
Well,
just
our
like
media generally does not talk about this either. I know that Tucker has a few times. And
it's like the ancient stories of a great flood in the boat, different cultures from all around the world with the same story. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. You said conceived. Well, I don't know in what I might have
thing you said.
Yeah. But so I think that's something we all legitimately have to look at. And again, if it challenges your faith, I'd like to know why.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to know why you think if there is life on other planets or life out there other than us, it could be life from the heavens. We have no idea. Until we can quantify it, it doesn't disprove anything.
Is it because it's implying that there's another higher life form out there other than
Well, we already know that
and
the angels
Bible
are considered higher than us.
Mention them.
No, the Bible mentions higher life forms as the angels.
So that's just it's whether this would be other than angel for whatever reason.
Right, or at that time when the Bible, you know, when God, you know, was designing the world in the Bible and whatever, if you want to believe the different timelines that are out there, New Earth versus Old Earth. You know, I think you have to look at what was true at that time.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean that, and we don't know if they came from where or how far or any of that stuff. So again, you can just go down a lot of wormholes that are unnecessary. Yeah. I just don't think it disproves the Bible in any way, fashion.
I wouldn't think it does, unless you're looking for an excuse.
Well, there's always going to be atheists and people who just want to shoot down everything, the world, and there's no meaning. You know, all this does to me is prove that there's no way that this was all accidental.
Souls look like? Yeah. Our souls look like aliens with big eyes and big heads.
I don't. I think your soul ball thing is probably closer.
That's what I think, guys.
What's your theory on what souls look like, Lauren?
I just go, it's like you leave your body in a soul ball.
Is it a big soul ball or a small soul ball?
Small soul ball. And
like how big?
I have no idea. I mean, like you're just out there bouncing around in heaven in your soul ball. I don't know.
So I mean, what color are you?
White.
White, okay. And
glowing
do all soul balls look the same?
I'd imagine some are bigger or smaller. I mean,
what makes them bigger or smaller? I'm just trying to figure this out.
I mean, I haven't thought this through. Maybe if you're a kid who died, you have a smaller soul ball.
Well, thanks, Jay.
Strength and honor, but happy to be.
We haven't done one in a while, so
to your soul ball.
To the soul balls. All right, so let's talk about this gun control stuff, guys. We all need to plug in like instantly to what's going on around us. There's going to be protests. There's going to be all kinds of things. We all need to show up for those. We like take the day off of work, take whatever you do. You have to do this. If they take your Second Amendment rights, there is no peaceful way.
So do you think that the state capitals are going to do the how you went to the Richmond one of 2 years ago? Do you think that stuff's going to happen again?
I think so, but if Biden's going to do this executive, it's not going to be the state capitals. It's going to be D.C. You know,
which then you can't go legally and do your
right. But I think, I mean, they're so terrified of us right now. I mean, look at them.
Scott, I like your thinking.
So is a kid's soul ball bigger because they're more innocent? You know, I think we're all going to be, I don't know, perfect versions of ourselves, whatever that is.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's what.
And if, because I think we're going to be distinctive, and I think we're going to be able to recognize each other. Maybe we just know. Maybe we're just all connected to some type of, hive mind. I don't know, but
it'll be fun to find out.
Yeah, it's one of the great mysteries of the world.
One of those people who've been to heaven and back.
Yeah, well, the crazy thing is when they come back and they wake up out of a coma or they died and they're like, it's real. The first thing they say is real.
I showed him that story. There was one I saw on Facebook. I can't remember if we talked about this or not. I can't remember what the context was. I think it was who died and they came back, and the first thing they wrote was "It's real," and they were like, "What's real?" They're not understanding, and all they did was just point up. And this person who is related to this person who passed away and then came back has a tattoo of this writing, this like shaky writing saying "It's real."
That's awesome.
I wish I could remember the context of what exactly happened, but yeah, it was pretty cool. So we can ask them.
Yeah.
What's a soul ball in heaven?
So the other thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about race relations right now in the country. And right now they are trying to divide us more than ever after these two active shooters. If you notice, after the Atlanta, right, white people and Asian people were killed in that shooting.
Yeah. Right.
But all they talked about was the Asian people and how it was a white guy killing minorities and the hate on Asians and all those other things.
And he came out and said, this was not a hate crime.
Yeah, he said it wasn't
I'm not
a hate.
racist.
Yeah.
I'm a sex addict, and I went to these places
because that's where I got sex.
That are my weakness.
Yeah.
And they happen to be Asian people who work in those locations.
Then the woke mob said that he couldn't say that he wasn't racist because he's a white guy, so of course he's racist.
The perpetrator can't say what was in his mind when he did it. We can determine that he was racist.
The perpetrator can't even tell you his motive anymore, which that's how you get his motive. I mean, it's crazy. So then it appeared that a white man shot up and killed 10 white people in Boulder, Colorado, and they couldn't get white out there fast enough that a white male was out there killing white people. Another white man, and every celebrity out there is, and Kamala Harris's daughter and niece or whoever. All these people are out there talking about how white men are the worst things in the history of the world. Lo and behold, he turns out to be a Muslim. Oops. Now he's not white. He's a protected class, and the only reason why he's alive and he wasn't gunned down was because we thought he was white.
Yeah.
I mean,
the whole narrative is so dumb.
It's absolutely. Hey, James Adder, Trump 2024, 100%, brother. I don't know if he's going to run. He's getting older up there. I would love to see Don Jr. My two votes are, or who I would pick would be Ron DeSantis and Kristi Noem.
I know you're still in the middle of the race active shooter stuff, but do you want, I mean, the Chrissy Nome was unexpectedly a target of potentially some Christian distaste.
But the thing is this, right? They try to paint, straight white males as the ultimate evil in the world. And people, if you look at who's invented what, who's done what, who's carried what, history speaks for itself. All right. We are all God's children, and we are all part of this equation. We all have to work together to solve the problems and the challenges that we have going forward. Mm-hmm. Do not let them divide us down these lines. No. Do not let us divide them down these lines. I could pull out stats that would blow your mind of other racist crimes against whites, and I'm not going to do it, right? One, they bury them. They make them hard to find, but you can get them, and it's overwhelmingly one-sided. Overwhelmingly one-sided. But, again, they don't want to do that because it doesn't fit their narrative. They have to tear down the patriarchy. Mm-hmm. And they have to tear down our history. Well, our history, is very broad and diverse, but there's been some key factors in there, and in the Western culture, it has been what it has been. And if they don't demonize us, then we can ground ourselves in our history again and go forward. Yeah. Which brings me back to a point that I started to make way earlier in this, and I want to get back to it. Why are they coming after white males so hard? Why are they demonizing us? Well, it's because who serves in the military the most? White males.
Yep.
Right? Who serves in law enforcement most? White males. Yep. Why is that? Because there are more white males than anything else in the country still right now. That's just the way it is, right? Mm-hmm. So there you have the largest base of people who are informed and have taken an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Yes. Right? All enemies, foreign and domestic. They don't swear allegiance to Trump or Biden or Obama or Bush or Clinton or whoever. Mm-hmm. They swear to defend the Constitution of the United States against enemies, foreign and domestic. So they understand what their loyalties are. And they have the training and the knowledge and the ability to push back. So who is the number one threat facing a tyrannical government? It is a majority of white male veterans, cops, whatever, with, others in other races as well. I'm not saying, there are going to be patriotic, red-pilled of everyone. Yeah. But I'm just saying a vast majority of them are going to happen to be.
Just based on the ratio.
Based on the ratios. Mm-hmm. And that is why we're the number one threat. And that's why they villainize us and discredit us and make us the scapegoat of all evils of the entire world.
Well, and so now a white patriotic person, patriotic man is a terrorist.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw, but the Pentagon is trying to push legislature, or not the Pentagon. I can't remember which branch is doing it, but basically there's a movement in the government right now to call, Christians terrorists. A Marine came out and wrote out, came out and read out.
Evangelical Christians.
Yeah. Evangelical Christians are now right up there with
KKK
as extremists with the KKK and ISIS and everyone else. And it's absolutely disgusting. Yeah. California introduced a bill that no Christian conservatives believing in the abomination of abortion can serve as a police officer.
What connection is that?
What does that have to do?
Police officer to, I don't think abortion should be a thing. That's awful.
How anyone can live in California anymore, I don't know.
Thank God, Chris, that he made his message clear to you to not go back there.
Hey, Zarin Lane. Hello. Good to see you. Welcome. Strength and honor to you.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
And James Attar, 2024 is coming to you.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
And we have Freddie.
And Freddie Ansello Virgo, strength and honor to you.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
And Scott, it sounds like your family has an amazing story with your son. So would love to hear that sometime about if he had some Jesus experience personally. That's amazing.
That would be awesome. They're trying to do it to the military, bro. They did a Lippmann's test against the National Guard that were on the protecting the Capitol because on the 6th because they were afraid that they might be Trump supporters.
Right.
This is not the way innocent people act. This is the way paranoid, guilty people act.
Exactly.
Yeah, William, we're all there. And unfortunately, I honestly believe that they are trying to goad unstable people to retaliate so they can do even worse. Like they've been laying in wait, waiting for, the next active shooter to come after our guns. And they're pushing the buttons.
Enough without, gun control, this potential executive order is going to be the biggest kind of step across the line. But they've been doing a lot of poking to see if they can get someone or a group of people to get so mad about everything that's going on kind of just under the surface to justify the next
They are
step.
instigating violence. They are purposefully dividing us and inflaming people. And they're, I think of how mad I am. Well, what about the unstable people out there who have nothing to live for? Yeah. We lose 22 veterans a day minimum to suicide with no casualties other than themselves. Now imagine if some of them want to put purpose to what they do.
Yeah.
And that's what they're talking about right now. So again, everyone, I plead with you, move to a red state. Your vote is wasted in a blue state. Get out, move to a red state, hold your government accountable, your local government, your city, your county, your state. Hold them accountable and make them go to bat for you. That's the only hope we have.
Move to Tennessee.
Move to Tennessee. That's where we're going. Tennessee.
Johnson City.
Tennessee, Johnson City.
We'll be there waiting for you. Hi, Sunshine. Thanks for joining us real quick. Have a fantastic
Sunshine,
family
hold
dinner.
on.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
Strength and honor to you, Sunshine. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, 2022 does need to be the start of the turnaround, Jen Parrish.
We're still in the beginning stages of 2021. Let's make it now.
Yeah, well, that's why I think we have to consolidate where we're going. Yeah. We have to get our base, and we have to know that we have governments that have our back. So Florida has your back, Texas has your back, Tennessee has your back, Idaho has or not Idaho, but South Dakota has your back. But let's talk about Kristi Noem.
Yeah.
So Kristi Noem, I have been a big fan of hers. I think she's very brave. I think she's very, articulate. She gets on there. She's not afraid.
This week, she's been everyone's.
She's been bulletproof.
The conservative sweetheart.
She took a round this week. She took a wound this week.
Pretty well, I would say.
Well, I salute her for going on Tucker Carlson because she literally went to the hardest interview to be challenged.
So she has said that she is not going to be signing a bill that would prevent transgender athletes from competing in sport. So essentially keeping girls as you were on your birth certificate and boys as you were on your birth certificate. And she has said that she is not going to sign a bill that would allow that to happen. And so she's getting a lot of heat, Tucker Carlson included, on why she did that. Tucker's point being, she could be the one kind of leading the charge on standing up to the, what is the institution? The
NCAA.
NCAA. I have tequila mouth right now.
NCAA. Yeah.
You want to take over?
No, go for it. They're going to enjoy this. You don't see this much.
Tequila plus most of a G&T.
Look at that red face. Look at the flush. Look at the flush.
And it's only going to flush more as you're talking about it. Anyways.
The NC what?
AA. So Tucker was basically saying you should be the poster child for this. And even if South Dakota takes the hit, that would then encourage the rest of the states who believe in your cause to kind of back you. But that would potentially be putting South Dakota athletes in kind of the line of fire initially.
Well, it's going to put South Dakota in the line of fire.
She did not. She was looking at other ways to form a coalition to go about this to be successful, that South Dakota by itself could not be successful. She didn't want to do that to athletes. So she still believes in this. She says she's not bowing down to the NCAA. But it came across as that she caved.
Well, I think she did cave. I think Tucker had it right. If she had stood on her principles, she's one of the most recognized, respected people in there, and she could have used this as the thunder that she needed to correct this action. And instead of wanting to be the tip of the spear on this, she wants to be the shaft.
Well,
and she wants to have like a bunch of people.
I mean, tactically, it might be the right. Aside from what it from your knee-jerk reaction to it, like, oh, bummer, she did something like that, and you expected her to stand up for it and say she's a lot more into this day in, day out than any of us, than Tucker, than we are on
it's
understanding all of the complexities of what's going on. So strategically, she may have figured out the best way to actually be successful on it, and it just doesn't appear to be the brave way. Had she just said, screw you, NCAA, and done what we would have wanted her to do initially. She probably has the end game in sight, and she's going to do what's right to get there. So I can't fault her for that, especially when everything else about her record has been on point.
Well, I trust her, which is rare for a politician. So I think she's doing what's best, but that doesn't mean that, there are principles, and then there are strategic things, and then there are principles that are strategic. And I think that there was a compromise in there, and I think she took the compromise, right? I think that she could have absorbed the blow in South Dakota. Again, I don't know the intricacies of it. Yeah. I trust her.
I think that
I trust her, and I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. It was just disappointing. And it's okay. I don't it's like, let's talk about Franklin Graham after this.
Yeah. Well, I just he
disappointed me too, but I still love him.
In Franklin, there's a difference there. He made a statement.
Yeah, he made
which
a dumb
is
statement.
not an intricate dance on policy and how to get really to the end goal. And so I think that because of the way that we judge the surface level of what we see on media, and we have no idea what goes on behind the scenes to make anything happen, I think that give her the benefit of the doubt. I think that, Tucker, it was good that he had her come on to kind of say her side. He clearly had his point of view of what he wanted her to do. But I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt on it, that she truly has the best interest of her people, of her constituents in mind, and that she has, based on all of the hours she has put into it versus this many hours that I have put into understanding it. Yep.
If she was anyone else, would you be given that same credit? Or would she be just another dirty politician that got bought off and caved?
She has a history that shows that she'll stand up for what needs to be stood up for. So I think that the fact that she, with that history, has done this, to me, she has some credit in the bank on saying, okay, she has figured out a way to do this that it could be the better path, even though it doesn't come across that way up front.
I am still going to support her. Do I wish that she had taken the principled stance and just was like, no, even if it's a loser, I'm going to fight this. Even if girls lose a year of sports, it is the right thing to do in the long haul for us to take this to the Supreme Court and for us to be the deciding case. And I'm sorry. Instead of, okay, I'm going to make a coalition of people and we're going to do it in study and we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and whatever. It's nowhere near as fierce. It's nowhere near as personal. And it doesn't, I wish she had done it different. That, she may be right. I may be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I would have liked to have seen her take that principled stance and take that fight. And I think I saw something where she signed something. But
I think she had indicated that she was going to accept it, and then she reversed it. And so it's whatever happened in between that it kind of remains to be understood. I think, if she learned something or saw a way to not waste the effort and sacrifice, essentially, that's a dramatic word for sports, but the people under her immediate care, the people in her state, to accomplish the end goal and not just have it be for show that you wouldn't get anywhere, but it's for show. She decided to go the way that she took the heat up front, but it might be better.
Yeah, but let's paint this picture accurately. She stated that she was against this the whole way. She lobbied against it. She told everyone to go against it. Her legislators put up a bill that was exactly what she wanted, right? Calling for the ban of this. Yeah. She said she was going to sign it. And then the 11th hour, without any warning, she stopped. She didn't sign it. It looks as dirty as the day is long, and it makes her look like a coward and like she caved. Maybe there is some strategy in this, and maybe in the long haul, she'll show us that.
Well, and she said, and I know that she tried to clarify with Tucker, because Tucker was trying to
say that you vetoed it. She's like, I didn't veto it.
And there is a big distinction there. It's not just semantics. It actually matters on that of veto versus what she did.
Yeah, she sent it back for technical whatever.
So I think certainly do not write her off based on her history.
I'm not going to write her off. She deserves it. She's got time in the trenches. She's consistent. She's one of the more trustworthy politicians, whatever that means, and I hope she's cut from a different cloth.
And I'm sure she's hyper aware of the attention that she has right now.
Yeah.
And
but I appreciate Tucker taking her to task on this because it was inconsistent. And it was his job to point out the inconsistency. Of course, yeah. But at the same time, I find Tucker can be snarky, and that's his biggest weakness. Yes. His biggest weakness is when he's snarky instead of, get your snarkiness out of there and let's drill down into exactly the minutia of it. Because that's where Tucker excels, is when he gets into the details.
Yeah, can they explain it?
Yeah. And if they can explain it, then great. But I just found that he
latches onto his position so strongly that even when they do explain it, he's sometimes not willing to come off that.
Yeah. So again, I still think he's the best in the business. He's the only one in the media I truly trust.
Yeah.
But again, I think that he can be wrong too.
Of course.
So anyways, that's my opinion on Kristi Noem, and obviously you have yours, and I'm going to support her, and I still think.
I think that the point of what she's trying to do is certainly, I think, what we all believe in, and I can see the disappointment in why she wouldn't want to make the statement, that we were hoping that they would make. But if the end goal accomplishes it in a more efficient or more permanent kind of way, more power to her.
Right. So the next thing I want to talk about is something that Franklin Graham said, and I got to be careful on this, and I can't say words that I want to say because we've already had a video banned on this because of, YouTube's rules on talking about one of these subjects. So Franklin Graham, who I think is a really good guy, I think is obviously the son of Billy Graham, the legendary pastor who saved more people than anyone, and is a good principled man, has been a champion for Christ. He runs Samaritan's Purse, which is right now responding to the tornadoes in Alabama. They literally save lives every day. Every day, Samaritan's Purse makes a difference. Feeding refugees on the border of Syria, war-torn countries, Ebola outbreaks, COVID outbreaks, whatever you want to call it.
And domestically, which a lot of organizations only focus foreign, and they don't.
And he came out and said that, Jesus would, take a vaccine or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. He came back and he said a statement that he clarified that. Jesus does not need a vaccine, guys. Jesus cured leprosy with his touch. All right? Cured leprosy with a touch. So he didn't need a vaccine. He wouldn't be taking a vaccine. It's just ridiculous to even say that. Others, the vaccine is your choice, is my opinion on this. Yeah. And I don't want to get this whole video banned because I can't edit it because we're live streaming. So that's all I'm going to say on it. Again, it's every individual's choice.
If you saw his original statement, go and look at his follow-up statement.
Yeah, go look at his follow-up statement. And I think it's a sign of a good leader for somebody who realizes they misspoke and did something wrong and clarifying it, right? And, so that's my point on it.
So as you always hope with generally the first thing said gets a ton of press, and any kind of retraction or amendment to a statement doesn't get nearly the amount of press. So a lot of people don't end up seeing a follow-up statement.
A lot of people don't, but the most
take the
important
effort
people
to
do.
go understand if you cared about it, or if you were surprised that he said that. And we talked about this on Monday, I guess it was.
Yeah.
Go and see what he said and follow up so that you can adjust any opinions on it. And again, it truly does not reflect who he is or what the organization
I'd follow
does
Franklin Graham
in the
anywhere.
slightest.
I think he's a good dude. And, I think his organization is absolutely one of the best in the
So,
world.
because we haven't in a little while, strength and honor to Samaritan's Purse
Yep.
for all of the wonderful work they do.
Strength and honor. Strength and honor.
So what else you want to talk about tonight, Lauren?
I don't know. I've still got tequila brain. I'm a lightweight, guys. One shot and I'm done.
I just want to say I missed you guys last week, and I'm sorry we weren't here.
And we were almost on the road again today, and we canceled because we were like, we can't do BYOBB Friday if we were on the road.
Well, I can't miss 2 with you guys in a row. So if you want to support our program, you can go to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. We appreciate all that stuff. You can go to our Patreon page, which is Patriot Crusader Mission, and join a membership there. You can buy some swag, our cool Strength and Honor shirts.
Don't look at mine. Mine's not relevant.
Yeah, Lauren came down totally out of uniform tonight.
I need to get some more.
Yeah, and but we appreciate all that. And we really appreciate you tuning in for us. You guys have become a really important part of our life. And when we don't do this, we miss you. So so I think, without further ado, I think we should wrap this up before you pass out.
No passing out. Just thick tongue. Just I can't say NCAA.
So unless there's any questions or anything else, I'll give you a few minutes. Otherwise, Lauren's going to pray us out with her tequila tongue.
Oh, good. I'm sure Jesus would love to hear from a tequila tongue.
Let's see.
Anyone else have anything else?
Going once. Going twice.
Well, otherwise, we are, so let's see, today's Friday. We will be in Tennessee on our hopeful new home tomorrow. We will take some videos to show you guys. And then we'll be back on Monday doing it all over again.
Exactly.
Cool. Okay. Praying it out.
Pray it out.
All right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this time together, this amazing fellowship that we have with our community here on our Friday night. We are so grateful to have these followers and these supporters and people who just want to share their lives with us. We are blessed beyond belief, and we recognize that, Lord. And personally, we are so grateful for this path that you have laid out for us and this new home that you provided for us, Lord. We are so excited to see what you have in store for us. So thank you for that. Lord, please just pass on your comfort, your strength, and your health to everyone watching tonight, and help them go into the weekend and next week from a position of strength and knowing that they are loved by you, and to go out and do your good works in your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Heck of a prayer, babe. Good for you. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night. Love you.
Good night.